Okay, so this is the second installment of the Young Folks Shelf of Books, and this is story time. We're just going to read stories out of this awesome, super old book. It's been in my family since my mom was a young girl. We read The Great Panjandrum himself, which I'm not really sure if this was the full story or like snippets of it. Definitely interesting, very cool. And after this beautifully painted and drawn story is The Three Little Pigs, one of my favorites of all time. So we'll be reading that. And here we go. The story of The Three Little Pigs with illustrations by L. Leslie Brooke. Once upon a time, there was an old sow with 3 little pigs, and as she had not enough time to keep them, she sent them out to seek their fortune. The first that went off met a man with a bundle of straw, and said to him, "Please, man, give me the straw to build me a house," which the man did, and the little pig built a house with it. Presently came along a wolf, and knocked on the door, and he said, little pig, let me come in." To which the pig answered, "No, no, by the no, by the hair of my chinny chin chin." "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in," said the wolf. So he huffed, and he puffed, and he blew his house in, and ate up the little pig. The second pig met a man with a bundle of furs, and said, "Please, man, give me that furs to build a house." To which the man did, and the little pig built his house. Then along came a wolf and said, little pig, let me come in." "No, no, by the hair of my chinny chin chin." "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in." So he huffed, and he puffed, and he huffed, and at last he blew the house down, and ate up the second little pig. The third little pig met a man with a load of bricks, and said, "Please, man, give me those bricks to build a house with." So the man gave him the bricks, and he built his house with them. So the wolf came, as he did the other little pig, and said, little pig, let me come in." "No, no, by the hair of my chinny chin chin." "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in." Well, he huffed, and he puffed, and he huffed, and he puffed, and he puffed, and he huffed, but he could not get the house down. When he found that he could not, with all his huffing and puffing, blow the house down, he said, little pig, I know where there's a nice field of turnips." "Where?" said the little pig. "Oh, in Mr. Smith's home field. If you will be ready tomorrow morning, I will call for you, and we will go together to get some for dinner." "Very well," said the little pig. "I will be ready. What time do you mean to go?" "Oh, at 6 o'clock." Well, the little pig got up at 5 and got the turnips and was home again before 6, when the wolf came and said, little pig, are you ready?" "Ready," said the little pig. "I've been home and come back again, and got a nice potful for dinner." The wolf felt very angry at this, but thought that he would be up to the little pig somehow or other. So he said, little pig, I know where there is a nice apple tree." "Where?" said the pig. "Down at Merry Garden," replied the wolf. "And if you will not deceive me, I will come for you at 5 o'clock tomorrow, and we will go together and get some apples." Well, the little pig woke up at 4 the next morning. And bustled and went off for the apples, hoping to get back before the wolf came. But he had farther to go, and had to climb a tree, so that just as he was coming down from it, he saw the wolf coming, which, as you may suppose, frightened him very much, when the wolf came up and said, "Little pig, what? Are you here before me? Are they nice apples?" "Yes, very," said the pig. "I will throw you down one." And he threw it so far that while the wolf had gone to pick it up, the little pig jumped down and ran home. The next day the wolf came and said to the little pig, "Little pig, there is a fair in the town this afternoon. Will you go?" "Oh, yes," said the pig, "I will go. "What time will you be ready?" "At 3," said the wolf. So the pig went off before the time, as usual, got to the fair, bought a butter churn, and was on his way home with it when he saw the wolf coming. Then he could not tell what to do. So he got into the churn to hide, and in doing so turned it round, and it began to roll, and rolled down the hill with the pig inside it, which frightened the wolf so much that he ran home without going to the fair. He went to the little pig's house and told him how frightened he had been by the great round thing that came down the hill past him. Then the little pig said, "Ha! I frightened you, did I? I had been to the fair, bought the butter churn, and when I saw you got into it and rolled down the hill." Then the wolf was very angry indeed, and declared he would eat up the pig, that he would get down the chimney after him. When the little pig saw what he was about, he hung on the pot full of water and made up a blazing fire. Just as the wolf was coming down, took off the cover of the pot, in fell the wolf, and the little pig put the cover on again in an instant, boiled him up, ate him for supper, and lived happy ever after. I think that's my favorite version, and I really love the drawings and paintings in these books. They're really beautiful and well done. That one looks like it may have even been like a lithograph, which I'm sure most of it was, as it was, printed the way that it was. This is just so pretty. The wolf is very pretty. It's funny, the wolf and the kind of have the same squished up little face. So anyway, that is the story of the Three Little Pigs as it is told in the young folks shelf of books that came with the encyclopedias that my grandfather ordered when my mom was a little girl. And again, I think they were, I know, anybody who loves old books is like cringing at me fingering the pages and such, but this one's already falling apart. It's not worth anything, and I just get so much more joy out of being able to read it and share it with y'all. I always forget. Yeah, 1938. So cool. Anyway, that's that for tonight, and I'll try to get one in again next week. I'm doing them roughly on the weekends. Last time it was Friday, this time it was a Sunday, so it'll happen when it happens. Hope y'all had a good holiday weekend and got some rest, or the opposite. See you soon.